Friday, July 26th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Yesterday, it was a break from the heat and the humidity to some extent across parts of the region, especially the North Carolina Piedmont foothills and even some mountain spots, even though there were some showers and storms in the mountains and the foothills. But 81 the high in Greensboro, 85 in Charlotte, 80 in Raleigh, 85 yesterday in Fayetteville. Currently, we have a lot of 60s on the board in a good chunk of the region. Even Wilmington at 69 degrees. Look at Boone at 55. 70 degrees. These are 5 a.m. temperatures down in Charlotte. And our dew point temperatures down into the even low and mid 60s in a good chunk of the northern half of the state. Some mid and upper 60s for dew points in the southern half of the state. Really, it's a pretty pleasant morning ongoing out there across the region. The radar, it's quiet. No showers and thunderstorms to speak of out there around here. Now, the northeast part of the country getting kind of pounded by that low pressure that developed off the Carolina coast yesterday. A lot of rain, some breezy conditions up that way. And here's what we're watching for the weekend. Pretty good disturbance back over the Plain States rolling our way. And that's going to give us some more unsettled weather with time here as we get into the upcoming weekend. All right, yesterday we'll take a look at the rain totals from across the region. And you notice they were pretty spotty in nature, but you did get into some more concentrated areas of showers and thunderstorms back into the upstate of South Carolina and the foothills and some mountain spots of North Carolina. Had some thunderstorms that produced some hail and a little bit of wind as well back that way. A lot of hail with those thunderstorms. Most of those icons you see indicating where there was some hail reported. Now, temperatures across the eastern U.S. this morning, pretty comfortable. Buffalo's at 53, it's 64 in Nashville. Even 72 in St. Louis. You find some 80s back into Texas this morning. And here's the setup, kind of a weak high pressure building overhead today. That will provide us with a pretty nice day. Now, as I mentioned, the exception today kind of being, once again, the mountains and the foothills. Here's Stormcast. You'll notice some showers and thunderstorms possibility back that way. But for the majority of our area, it's going to be a very quiet day without any weather problems whatsoever. Now, tomorrow, we get back into the scattered shower and thunderstorm chance, and I think those chances will persist right on into Sunday as well. And here's the reason why. You look at the surface map, we have a kind of a complex setup off to the west of us after that quiet day today. Here comes an area of low pressure, a cold front as well. That's all moving in our direction, and that should provide us, again, relatively unsettled weekend weather with some scattered showers and thunderstorms at times. Now, in the tropics, again, the Gulf, the Caribbean, all very, very quiet. But here's the main topic of conversation, and that is Dorian. Dorian not looking very healthy this morning. I mentioned yesterday it looked pretty good. It's become quite ragged now. I'll show you one of the reasons why in just a second. This is the 5 a.m. advisory, still listed at a 50-mile-per-hour tropical storm. Movement pretty quick, west-northwest at 20 miles per hour. That's one problem for the system. But here's the Hurricane Center forecast. Not a lot of changes here. There's been just a slight shift to the south in the later portions of the forecast, but it still lines up around the Turks and Caicos by on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. And I think that is still the right general forecast idea. But here's one of the issues for the system. All that tan shading on the water vapor imagery. This is Dorian right here. And, well, that was not the right tool. Let's try that. This is Dorian right here, and all this is that dry air out ahead of it. And it is battling that. It's also battling just the fast motion of the system itself. So as I've been mentioning, I don't think we're going to see any rapid type of intensification, or maybe even some further weakening over the next couple of days. Now, here's the spaghetti charts on this. Really still pretty good agreement. There's been, again, a little bit of a shift south in some of the guidance, but the bottom line is this still could wind up near Cuba or the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos as we get into early to mid parts of next week, and from there we will see. Probably begins to turn to the north at some point, but it's not even out of the realm of possibility that it could wind up in the Gulf. So we'll see. It's still a long, long time to keep a watch on Dorian. All right, that's it for today. Have a wonderful weekend, and God bless.